Well, I do apologise for getting those two wrong. It's Seitzinger to go now. Karen Roten, of course, going into second. Just getting a little bit ahead of myself, a little bit excited because it's such a major event. Seitzinger desperately needs to beat that time of Wiberg's. So Wiberg was 1:05.03 on the first run. Seitzinger 1:04.42, so a fair margin between the two. Just over half a second advantage that Seitzinger has at the top. 1:45.79, well, it's down to 1/10 of a second, and so Wiberg very much the quicker over the top section. She made a few mistakes on the bottom part of the course, and Seitzinger now just needs to tighten up. She was very aggressive this morning, and in fact put in the faster split. Well, once again, Wiberg's time stands. She just can't believe it. And a huge smile goes across her face. So she survives a challenge by Karin Roten. She survives the challenge by Katja Seitzinger. And there you see the mistake very late on that left-hand turn. The skis no longer carving, going into a sideways skid, and of course, losing speed all the time. So a major mistake by Seitzinger, costing her very dearly indeed. Following her down is yesterday's winner, Deborah Compagnoni of Italy. So convincing yesterday. Over a second's margin between herself and Anita Vactor. 1:04.39 she had on the first leg. She was certainly the fastest up to the intermediate time. And the difference between herself and Anita Vactor, the last to go, is only 0.04 of a second. Now, no room for errors. The time will 1:30 up. Look at that. Compagnoni skiing so well indeed. And it's these last two skiers who really are the two most impressive. Regarded as the only two women on the tour who ski more like the men, so aggressive, managed to keep the ski in contact with the snow much longer than many of the others. And as a result, the gap of 1.5 seconds, absolutely enormous. So Compagnoni makes her bid to make it a double victory so far in Zwiesel. Well, the difference of 1.5 seconds is enormous. And remember, she did all the work yesterday in the first run, but she's proved that she can survive the pressure. Now, Anita Vactor, the last of the top 30 to go. Fastest, of course, on that first run. Vactor, winner here in Zwiesel in 1991, the last time they held a World Cup here. Well, the Olympic champion in the combination as far back as 1988. Of course, that was in Calgary. So the 29-year-old from Schruns is now a third of the way through her bid to get a World Cup victory. Can she make it 15 wins? She skied a brilliant bottom section this morning, but absolutely no room for mistakes. We've seen Compagnoni open up a huge gap of 1.5 seconds over the likes of Pernilla Wiberg. Well, that was a little mistake, the weight being thrown forwards over the skis. She recovers well, but Vactor, that may well cost her very dearly indeed. She's been second on 3 occasions so far this season. 2:08.37 to make it a first, but it's not going to be. And she loses 0.9 of a second to Compagnoni. And once again, Anita Vactor goes into second place. And that is the 4th time this season. You have to feel for her, but also you have to be impressed by that performance of Deborah Compagnoni. There you see it. The weight just being thrown onto the tails of the skis. Recovers well, but a few valuable hundredths lost on that occasion. Well.